Okay, Billis Wilburson. Now, I can't prove you took the onions, but I'm going to anyway. Hello, I stopped a bank.
Now's not the fucking time, Peter Paris, man!
Seems busy. Wonder what's going on there.
Uh-oh, Spidey. Scorpions headed out for old J. Jonah Jameson from day one, blaming Jameson.
He's the author of his own worst. Scorpions is J. Jonah Jameson. Does it to himself with arachnids.
May end up in the obituaries of his own paper.
Flip. Oh no! A pixely face.
I'm a criminal on the roof.
Bet I can reach it.
Not to be confused with a fiddler. It'll be the biggest mistake you've ever...
I did a big leap, but I wasn't quite ready to stop men from dying. Which is a shame.
Hello, gotta follow the Spidey compass.
Oh no, there's man's compasses. But there might be a bonus. There might be a lovely salty little tulip for me to consume on the nightmare train today.
Oh yeah.
Indeed, yes. I'm possibly letting scorpions get out of hand.
But it's not for the world yet.
What did you just throw a lantern at me, sir?
Another one taken down by your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
It's the rooftop lantern boys at night. They've taken it all. They're wiggling guns at me now. It's the worst possible time for it to have happened. Whip. I turned into a cocoon on accident. Whoops. This is gonna cost me some peas. Very nearly didn't thwip correctly then. That's a shame when you're Spider-Man, because really a lot of what you do is predicated on correct thwips.
I hope Jameson's still alive. Hey, keep your eyes open. The sooner we take out Spider-Man, the sooner the boss pays us.
Getting paid to stop me. Throwing more lanterns, but getting paid to stop me with lanterns. You see, this is what the criminals do for a living. They throw lanterns while a scorpion. Are they? The scorpion seems to be sort of out doing his own thing right now.
Easy as pie.
There's a very strong henchman presence. They seem to be invested in stopping me from reaching a scorpion. On the midnight train today, where the fuck have I lived for 7,000 years?
That must have hurt. Scorpion, stop! You don't
My
know
face
what
is
you're
large.
Yoga. I don't know what. Admittedly, it's been a while since I've last played this. I don't know what bearing this has on everything else.
No wigglers.
It's a new millennium. Lots of high tech. There may be some way we can get you out of that suit.
You put me in this suit. Now I'm going to make you pay.
Scorpions.
Get over it, Gargan.
Get over it. God, you fuse someone to an experimental weapon suit to carry out your own personal vendetta one time. These fucking millennials. And yet you use scorpions to enact vengeance. I am very intelligent.
Spider-Man? I asked for the police and I get this?
You want to let the police into a building full of journalists? Ow! You don't look around like you're not knowing who I am today, thanks. You naughty prime number. He punched me over. I don't know how, but you can't web him completely. He's a very large man. As well as being... Who are you looking for? You're just looking around for a Jameson boy who might live in his office. You're hurting me quite a lot, to be honest.
Have a sofa. You've killed me at night. I don't think you needed to. Me. What?
Oh, wretched. I don't think you've ever thought about prawns. That was the problem there. He wasn't thinking about prawns and summer powers don't work. I can only... It's prawn distraction power mechanism for everyone except you. Apparently. I have to assume that's the case, because prawns have never failed me before, but they did in the one specific instance where it was you. I'm in the window again today. Can't... Oh, I can skip this bit. Stop. Geeks. This time I got away from you. What if I was going to throw a desk at you, but I ran out of... War points! Woof! I mean, that did a fair bit of damage. I don't know if it did...
Little shuffles. Yes. I'm a scorpion. I'm a scorpion in your newsroom tonight.
Okay. I'll leave you to that. What a world! What a world this is, where you can't even have a newspaper anymore without giant men. Robot tails, poison, destroying everything in the name of what you were... Oh, you've concealed yourself behind a door that, well, that doesn't appear to have helped. No. You will never find him.
For I am the Mr. Bean of Christmas.
No, I won't explain what that is. Fuck you.
Have you considered furniture? Oh.
You don't chuckle at cabinets while you break them. You're not being nice to furniture this evening. I've figured it out. I figured out the pattern. I figured out a regimen of thwips.
But you've got to watch out, because he might not be
A knife at all. He pretended he was to get into the building. Recent laws mean that they only let knives into newspapers now. Nobody's quite sure who that law was meant to serve, but the Scorpion's unconscious regardless. We stopped the crime.
Don't stop the crime. I'm living in it. That crime was my hand.
Oh, good.
Shoot him now! Shoot him!
JJ, you're out of the way.
This hits with a certain clarity right now that I kind of wish I had braced myself for.
Hold it, Spider-Man. I don't want to believe.
I'm Daredevil now, here instead.
Sure. Daredevil, I haven't got time to explain. Just tell me your side of it. I'll know if you're lying.
Look at my nose, it's exposed. I've got an exposed nose.
Listen, it's true.
I came very
Spider-Man
close
made
with
off
it.
Octavius' new invention, but not the Spider-Man, not me. Somebody's framed me. Why? I don't know yet. And if New York's finest catch me, it may be too late.
Somebody's criming and they're making me do it instead.
That's it? You believe me?
I don't have to believe you. I know you aren't lying.
But how?
Let's just say you've got your superpowers, and I've got mine. I'll spread the word about your...
It's a shame that I'm not involved in the plot at any point after this.
Uh-oh.
Have fun with that. I know for a fact you're innocent. I'm gonna leave forever now. There's a lot of that. There's a fair amount of that, just people showing up and not really contributing anything, but being recognisable Marvel characters. I don't quite know why that's effort to put them in there. Oh, you've blown up my roof! They don't care, Spider-Man. Whoosh!
No, why you
This is...
punch? No, I must punch.
It's my moral imperative to punch you off of a building now. Where do he stopped moving for 7,000 years there, and I wasn't sure what was... The chickens are very perturbed. Chicken perturbance. I guess I don't. For some reason I had it in my brain that €5 was enough. But it didn't. Oh, Christ.
Oh, bad nightmares for everyone.
Well, it's bad nightmares on a roof now, and I've got to run away from them. You wouldn't... No. Go away. Leave for Christmas, suffocate, and drown. I'm going to be on a different building now for 5 million points. I feel like you've not given me enough points for being on a building, and that's... You're shooting me a lot. But what you haven't considered is construction. You're not allowed the building, so go away. Alright, there's this hole. Oh no, I forgot the medicine points that make you cry. Right, it's these ones that don't get blown up. You've just got to avoid planks, which we all knew. Fuck yourself. Don't explode on a building tonight when you're Spider-Man. It's the worst decision you could make. But at least you got a checkpoint, so there's... It's Baptin Crapton! Look, he's there on a billboard to let you know. No. Leave me be.
I'm a spider tonight. There's no point. I don't exist. You're shooting a fictional character from a beloved comic property. Don't do it.
Whatever Emperor Palpatine put you up to, ignore him. He's notorious for not being 100% on the level. I've blown up. Which is a shame, but we shall persevere. They call me Percival Perseverance, even though... Move to the right, please, thank you. Oh, Golden Grahams. Golden Grahams still exist. Cinnamon Grahams. These are types of cereal, by the way. For those who weren't aware. I seem to recall the Golden Grahams were discontinued, whereas the cinnamon lived on.
Almost there.
Well, now you see, there's discrepancies there, because I could have sworn that I went on the right side of the building last time, and you still blew me up. Am I just doing a bad job? Am I just doing a bad job of jumping up your entire skyscrapers at once? There's a limit to how high I can leap, you do realise. I feel like you've got unreasonable expectations. You know, I think traditionally you're supposed to keep the target on me as you're shooting, not just sort of let it float off. That might be... I mean, keep doing it, because it's working out well for me. But if you were under the impression that what you were doing just there
Was gonna be the Christmas present
that you deserve, then I'm afraid you've drowned. Okay, we don't have to deal with that anymore, which is good. Because if I did have to, I would not. Instead.
Hello?
Which would leave me in a... Fuck you. Fuck. I'm fucking into the sky. It's no point. There's no point when you're Spider-Man.
Oh, you can't! Ah.
I'm flipping and dipping and going blueberry flavours as well. Blueberry flavoured Spider-Man! Watch out for the fog. Oh, poisonous fog. I assume it's poison. I'm assuming there's a reason you can't just go into the fog. What a fanciful scenario. Heavily armed police using disproportionate firepower to chase down an innocent man on false charges while an airborne poison ravages the streets. Ah, the most wretched among us can sit down while forcing you to think. This looks safe. Just want to get into the bomb crane. Look, it's being made silly pumpkins out of. Don't shoot me, Spidey Armor. And there's a comic. Who lives in here then? Hey, he's got a picture of a he's got a 2D picture of a glider on his wall, and a shelf full of pumpkins. Ha, look. Mr. Jack-o'-lantern. Is this Jacob Lanterns, or is it the Goblins one? Because he's got Pumpkin. It's got Pumpkin, which is an actual Spider-Man villain has got, but also Glider, and I don't think Pumpkin Boy's got glider times. And indeed, goblins fly about on that. I don't know. They seem to have conflated the Don't drown. Ow! You've drowned. I told you not to. Alright, so let's not put that on me.
Just to make it perfectly clear, nobody needs to be near.
Whips. Punch. Whips and punch. Ow. Thank goodness I have metal spiders today. I knew hiding metal Spider-Man armor in a green goblin crane with bombs in it would be a good investment of my time. I always
Make sure to do it! I've left all my explosions in custard!
What? No. I've left all my equipment in construction machinery, is what I meant. But custard could contain a bomb. I don't disagree with that statement, so you know what? If you want exploding custard, join our club. Look. I've not slept. Alright, leave me alone. I can hear you mocking me with your ears. Ironwork, construction. We work with iron here. You're not a building. Fuck out. Oh, Bobby Pom-Poms. Bobby Pom-Poms needs an entire science fiction writer to himself. Just to eat lettuce for him. He hires science fiction writers to eat lettuce. It's bizarre. He's also invented a serum that stops you from saying lettuce, so that I can't tell people about it. It's incredible. It's frighteningly effective, frankly. I've already forgotten his name. Nobody knows whose lettuce this was anymore.
How tall is this thing?
Frighteningly powerful. How tall is anything, really, when you think about it? Don't be a prawn. Don't be a prawn tonight. You don't have to live. So don't anymore. You with the guns. Perish. Why have you blown up an entire block of concrete out of the sky? You don't seem to care about construction equipment that much. There's 5 million buckets in that box. They needed those to get water. Water. You know, like a human would say. Gossip. Oh no, there's a gossip lizard. We're panicking about lizards now today as well. There's so many crimes happening. There's so many other crimes happening, and you're going after the guy who constantly gets framed by shape-shifting supervillains that you know exist. They should let up. They should stop being pricks. Are there beans hidden in here? I always forget if it's... No, just please for me to punch. No bonuses, no comic books. That's all I came out for. Yeah, you go out just to get a comic book and you end up punching the police. I don't know why they're hiding in the bloody comic books. Hidden behind an issue of the Fantastic Four. How do they do that? Rectangular, small A4 policeman. What a fucking waste of taxpayer money. What possible Oh no, I'm not metal anymore.
Oh no!
I can still kick. I might not be made of iron, but I can still kick. Famous proverb. Oh no, Buddhism! Buddhism didn't make me fall. I don't know why I'm blaming it.
Bring the helicopter.
That was...
You gonna pay for that tower?
That seemed very
One
avoidable.
more step and it's a load of web fluid sticking you to that wall.
Well, it's not the most romantic proposition I've ever had.
Black Cat.
I respectfully disagree.
Too big boy, but you got a problem. Venom's got control of the Jumbotron in Times Square. He's been ranting for hours with a message
I'm a
for
diamond
Venom's on
as
the face
well,
of that big
also,
screen? Now that's scary.
which I want you to
Venom.
bear in
Ryan's on
mind.
a rampage over at Omnitech as well.
What is this?
I'm not
thing?
sure why I'm at least I'm
Times
not
Square's
here
on the way
exclusively to
down. Let's find out what
tutorialize.
Venom's up to, and then we'll tackle Rhino.
Oh, it's me today. I've got teeth as well. On your television. I've hijacked all...
Supermodel Mary J. Oh no! Yeah, baby! Yeah, baby! Venom!
Mary Jane,
I'm gonna do it. I love him so much. He's my boy. Got pointy chin and everything now. I'm gonna fight you now for crimes.
Listen, I realize
I own every television now for blapping at.
Yourself? Thanks, Cat, but no thanks. Look, being Spider-Man has given me a lot and taken a lot away, but one thing never changes. My responsibility
War.
to use my powers for others before myself.
War
No matter what
never
the cost.
changes.
There are innocent people at Omnitech, and they need
That's
help
the
right
that's
now.
the thing,
I won't
right?
back down.
It's a fun
Venom's
joke.
not Venom. And this
I'm
time,
Spider-Man, everyone, famous jokester. Goodbye. Oh dear. Well, now there's just a man. There's a man made of aliens coming to make crimes happen out of you. How are we gonna stop rhinoceroses from invading us? Nobody. The episode is over. Goodbye. Spider-Man, Spider-Man, chase away all the Spider-Man. Run away from the police, fight them off with a knitted fleece. Look out, the use of tear gas is a war crime.